going to find your respective yoga modes. Oh, I think she went to go get her watch. Probably, maybe, who knows? All right, I'll let her slip on her fancy watch and find her yoga mode. I'll count us down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well, good morning, you two, and everyone else that's joining after the fact. Let's do our breathing exercises or meditation to set the tone. So let's sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. You can close your eyes here if it's comfortable for you. Relax your eyelids. And then we'll breathe 3 times together. So let's breathe in through the nose. Really feel your shoulders rise. And when you breathe out, pretend like you're blowing out a birthday cake with a ton of candles, settling in, noticing where you touch your mat. Once again, let's breathe in, letting the chest expand and enlarge, and then settling back down as you breathe out. Okay, last time together, let's breathe in. And then give me a nice long, controlled exhale. Okay, let's relax our whole body. We'll go top to bottom. So ironing out any wrinkles in your forehead, relaxing your cheeks and your jaw, unclench the teeth if you're really focusing in a little too hard. You may wiggle the neck a little bit. Notice how it holds up your head down to where it connects to the rest of your body. Through your shoulders, and then breathing into your arms, noticing them, whether your hands are on your knees or your fingers are clasped in your lap, doesn't matter. Then we'll work our way back to our torso where our chest and our belly are expanding as we breathe, contracting as we breathe out. Nice. And then we'll get the lower half of our body, really noticing your touch points. So if you're sitting cross-legged, where your feet touch your shins in the mat, and maybe notice your knees and your leg, your quads, and then where your bottom touches your mat or your cushion. Relaxing the whole body, getting ready for yoga, getting ready for stretching, really just getting ready for the week or whatever you're going to do. For this next part, I want you to just breathe, noticing where your breath feels the strongest, whether that's the air above your lip, or your nostrils, or your air exits and enters your lips. Now let's take a deep breath in and hold it at the top. You notice, or when you hear the singing bowl being played, I want you to exhale. Letting go of that breath, really settling in now. Okay, and as usual, with this last little bit, I want you to do nothing, just be, sit, You don't need to breathe in any specific way or think about anything. Just hang out. So begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, let's open up our eyes, readjust the light. My block. Ooh. All right, let's get our spine. So with the usual, take that right hand and plant it on the left knee and just turn counterclockwise. Look behind you. Even notice all the natural light we have this time of year. We're not in total darkness anymore. It's a lovely thing. And then notice how your spine feels as you continue to push, getting every little twist. And then as you breathe out, let's unwind. Let's get the other side. Left palm on the right knee, and then right palm on the floor behind you. You're just gently pushing and twisting the other way. Yeah, give me one last little push here, last little twist. And then let's unwind, come back. Let's get the inner thighs. So let's get our cobbler pose. So soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop down to the mat. And then just lean forward like a hinge. Okay, I know I say this every week because it works well. Imagine there's a string from your navel to your heels, and you're trying to shorten that string. And then notice how your inner thighs feel, good or bad. You know who you are. Maybe it's something to work on. And then always like rounding out the back. Okay, reaching forward, leaning forward. Maybe pulling on your toes to get a little bit closer. Letting those knees drop down. All right, and then we'll pull the knees together, come back to a cross-legged position. We're going to do a sitting side stretch, so sitting up nice and tall. Let's reach up. Good, reach for the ceiling. And then I'm going to start my right side, so right palm on the mat. Left palm reaches overhead and towards the upper right-hand corner of the room. Okay. Notice where that stretch goes all the way down your side to your hip. And then let's bring the right hand back up to the top. Let's get the left side. Okay, reaching for the upper left-hand corner of the room with the right hand, keeping the sit bones planted. Reaching, reaching, reaching as you exhale. Okay, extending the stretch as far as you can. And then we'll bring the left arm back up. And then bring the hands together, heart center, and we'll stand. We all know what's coming. Getting those hamstrings fired up. So nice wide stance. Adjust your cameras as necessary. Toes forward. Let's reach up again. All right, let's swan dive forward. Okay, control it on the way down. Okay, maybe pushing yourself towards the back of the room. Maybe grabbing your heels, your ankles if you can, if that's an option. Or just letting the arms dangle. All right, you can either stay here or take it to stage 2. So clasp your fingertips behind you and then reach the arms up towards the ceiling or towards the front of the room, really feeling the shoulders. All the while those hamstrings are starting to get nice and happy. A little bit harder, that's cold. I'd love for this to be warm, but you can't have it all. And then as you breathe out here, drop the arms back down if they were in the air. Let's plant that right hand on the floor right in front of your face. And let's rotate the left arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, open up your chest and your left shoulder. Turn the chin upwards as well. And let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, let's bring the left arm down and swap palms. So left palm is planted against your floor. Right fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. Breathe. And just like the other side, let's take a deep breath in. And then bring that right arm back down. Okay, put the hands on the floor, give yourself a little push towards the back of the room. Get every last millimeter out of that hamstring stretch. And then a slow 10 count, we're going to bring it on up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, you bring the legs together, or at least mostly together. We'll do Malasana next. So medium stance, don't kill yourself here. I like having my toes facing out. And then just lower yourself down. And then I'm going to do the support hand version this week. Ooh. Okay, if you're down and into it, you can even rock side to side or use your forearms or elbows to push. Those knees get a little bit more. Oh my goodness. It's like cobbler pose plus, like Disney plus, or all those services where they just add a plus and make you think it's better somehow. Ooh. All right, I think that's enough of that. My legs are liking that. So put your hands in your legs if you have to and support yourself coming up. And then let's do a standing side stretch. So let's bring the feet and legs together. Let's stand up nice and tall. Reach the arms up, looking through those hands. Let's start on the left side for this one. So let's kick out that right hip. Okay, that right arm is reaching. Okay, constantly reaching. Don't just leave it above your head. You can turn your chin upwards. And if you notice your forearm is flailing a little bit, straighten up that arm and continuing the stretch. Feel it all the way down your hip. All right, let's bring that left arm back up to the top. And let's get the right side. Okay, same thing. Reaching with those fingertips. Maybe noticing where your hand is touching your right leg, so you can slide it down just a little bit further, eking out every last millimeter of the stretch. Okay, let's bring that right arm back up. We'll drop our hands to heart center and let's get some shoulders and triceps. I'm going to start on my right. Okay, nice quick shoulder stretch. Maybe give it a nice little pull. Get the head out of the way, the chin out of the way. Let's switch sides. Just getting it ready for what's to come. As my regulars, we all know what's coming anyways. Anywho, let's get the left arm behind the head. Ooh. Then if you want a little bonus side stretch, you can even lean towards your right. I always like to have that one extended from your tricep down your side. And then let's switch arms. Right arm behind the head, leaning over towards the left if you want the bonus. Okay, and we're gonna stand back up. Let's get our necks. So I'm gonna grab the my right wrist behind my back. And then dropping my head down to the chicken wing side. So it should be your left side if you're grabbing your right wrist. Okay, and then just rotate the head forward, letting the back of the neck, or rather the stretch, work its way towards the back of the neck. And then gently roll the head back. Let's get the front. And then roll it back to the center position and bring your head up. And then let's swap wrist. So we're grabbing the left wrist behind our back, dropping the head down towards the right. And let's rotate the head forward. Gently roll it back. Okay, remember if you have any tight spots while we move through these, you can just play around with your head, finding whatever tight spot there is for you. And let's bring the head back to the top. You can release that wrist. Excuse me. And we're gonna have a hamstring stretch. So let's do our split leg hamstring stretch. I'm gonna start with my left side. So left toes are facing forward. Let's bring the arms up. And then let's swan dive forward over the straight left leg. Ooh. Let's drive the right hip towards the front ankle, keeping the left leg as straight as you can. Ooh. Really feel the pinch in the left hamstring. And as you exhale, see if you can get even lower. And one more out breath. And then let's bend the front knee and then coming up and switch sides. Nice. So right toes are facing forward, heels are in line, arms are up. Give me a nice little reach here. Then swan dive forward, forward, forward. And let's drive the left hip towards the front ankle. Ooh. And then just like the other side, as you breathe out, see if you can relax, get a bit lower. Maybe twist that left hip towards the front ankle on this side. Then bend the front knee and come on out of it. And then let's get one for the hip flexors. Okay. So I'm going to come down to my left knee. Then my right foot is planted in front of me. All right, we want 90 degrees at the ankles, at the knees. And then rotate your hips forward. It's not really pushing yourself forward, but you're rotating your butt forward. You feel the pinch in the left hip. And then you can add the left arm up. Just reach for the ceiling. Oh, let's pull that muscle from the top and the bottom. And of course, if you want to go for the super duper option, take that left hand and gently reach it over your head. And then we're just going to hold this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch sides. I always liked the hip flexor stretch. I like hamstrings and hip flexors. Anyway, let's switch sides. Let's get the right hip flexor. So left foot's planted in front of you. Let's rotate your hips forward. Feel that pinch in the right hip. Okay, adding the arms as needed, or arm. Not adding both arms. But continue to reach. You're adding that option, feeling that stretch. Hopefully your hips will thank you later. And then let's drop the arm back down. And then let's start our moving option. So let's stand up towards the front of your mat and take a drink of water. I'm surprised I can talk today, given the amount I was screaming yesterday. Anywho, let's stand up nice and tall, feet together. Let's do our 2 warm-up swan dives. So bring the arms up top and then swan dive forward, reaching for the toes. Let's come up to flat back. Rest your hands on your knees. And then as you exhale, round out your back, eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive until your hands are at the top. Okay, that's 1. Swan dive down. Coming up to flat back. Okay, exhale, round at your back, get lower than the first one. Eyes up, head up, reverse swan dive. And then we'll begin. Okay, swan dive down for a 3rd time. You should start to feel pretty good now. Okay, up to flat back. And as you exhale here, let's plant both palms on either sides of the feet and come into plank. And let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, this first upward dog, I want everyone to hold it. And if you can, look up. Let's stretch the front of the neck. All right, back to plank. Give me a push up here as we find our way into our first downward dog. And let's do 3 cycles for each calf. So let's bend the left knee and drive the right heel down. And then swap sides, bending the right knee, feeling the left calf, driving the left heel. Okay, swap back to the right. Okay, continue to push the floor away with those palms, fingertips are spread, feeling the shoulders as well. And then back to the left. Okay, remember we'll do 3 times each side. So we have 1 more cycle. Back to the right. Okay, back to just the left. And then we'll straighten the legs, really push the floor away, push yourself towards your feet, and then we'll start the crescent pose. So bring both feet together behind you. And let's float the right heel up into the air, opening up that hip. And then swing the right leg through and plant it in front of you as we bring the arms and torso up for crescent pose. Okay, that left hip is feeling it. Okay, front knee is tracking over the front ankle as we mentally prep for prayer twist. So bring the hands down, heart center, and as we transition into prayer twist. Okay, pressing the palms against each other. Left elbow is pressed into the right knee. Feeling good. Breathing. All right. And let's return to crescent pose. Bring the arms up top, reaching, reaching, reaching. And then as you exhale, bring everything back down. Let's plant both palms, bring that right leg back to plank, and let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here as we return to downward dog. And let's bring the feet together and float the left heel up into the air. And then let's swing it on through and plant it in front of us as we find crescent pose on the left. Okay, let's drive the back heel down to the mat. That front knee is tracking over the front ankle. And then let's bring our hands to heart center as we transition into prayer twist on the left. Okay, just like before, we're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Just noticing how the whole body feels in every pose. And we'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Bringing the arms back up to the top, reaching for the ceiling here. And then exhaling, bringing the arms back down, planting both palms. Left leg comes back to plank, and then we're gonna chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me a push up as we return to downward dog. And let's add a sun salutation here. So walk the feet towards the hands. Okay, feet and legs together. Reverse swan dive. Reach up for the ceiling. Swan dive back down. Coming up to flat back. And then exhaling, palms back down, step back to plank, and then chaturanga once again into upward dog. And then back to downward dog, skip the push up. And then let's do our warrior sequence. So feet and legs together, floating the right leg up into the air, and then swinging it through, planting in front of us. And as the arms come up, that back heel comes down for warrior one. All right, arms front and back for warrior two. And then let's dip back into reverse warrior. Okay, with those right fingertips, reach for the back of the room overhead. And then come back to warrior two. Let's do a twisting triangle pose this week. So straighten that front leg. All right, and then we're gonna put the right hand on our lumbar spine and reach forward with the left fingertips. Okay, when you can't reach anymore, drop the left hand down to the floor. I'm gonna grab my blocks, I have one, and then reach for the ceiling with the right fingertips. Okay, normally we do this with the right leg forward, right arm down. We're gonna add a little variation to spice it up. Very nice. And then as your arms come forward and back, bend the front knee, come back down into warrior two, working that front quad once again. And then dipping back into reverse warrior. And then back to warrior two. And then swing that arm forward and up for warrior one. And as you bring everything back down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms. Right leg comes back to plank, and then chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me a push up here. Back into our downward dog. And then we're going to repeat that whole sequence for the left. So feet and legs together. Left leg comes back up into the air. And then swing it forward and plant it in front of you. Once again, your arms come up, that back heel comes down. Arms front and back for warrior two. Now let's dip back into reverse warrior. Remembering not to put all of our weight on our back leg. Come back to warrior two. And then just like before, let's straighten up that front knee, front leg. Put the left hand on your lumbar spine. With the right arm, reach forward as far as you can. And when you can reach no further, drop the right fingertips, the right palm down to the floor. Left arm, left fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. That left hamstring should feel pretty happy here. Very nice. All right, let's bring the arms front and back for warrior two. And then bend the front knee, get low into your warrior two. All right, let's come into reverse warrior. Reaching overhead with the left arm, left fingertips. And then back to warrior two. Now let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then exhale, bring everything back down, plant the palms. Left leg comes back to plank and chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me a push up here if you like. As we return to downward dog. Okay, really push the floor away. Get a little extra stretch out of this last downward dog for the calves. And then step both feet towards your hands. Feet together, drop the bottom down, arms come up for chair pose. Okay, if you notice that your elbows are flaring, straighten up the arm like you're reaching for something. And if you notice your bottom's up in the air, bend the knees and get low into it. Okay, keeping the arms where they are, slowly straighten up your body. Get off the heels. Okay, get on those dip toes. Think of it as reaching for the ceiling. Seeing if you can touch your ceiling. Feeling those calves. This is why we stretched them earlier. And then as you breathe out, bring your heels back down, bring the hands to heart center, and we're going straight into twisting chair pose on the left. So let's push the right elbow into the left knee. Okay, that's like a simpler version of a prayer twist from earlier. And then come back to center and slowly straighten up your body, reaching once again for the ceiling. Remember to get off the heels if that's an option for you. As we continue to breathe, reach, focusing on where you feel not only your breath, but where you feel the stretch. All right, heels back down to the earth, hands come back to center, and let's round it out with twisting chair pose on the right. Take one deep inhale here. And as you breathe out, we're back to center, straightening up the body for a third and final time. Back onto the heels, reaching for the ceiling once again. Pretend like there's a $100 bill above you and you're trying to grab it with those fingertips. Okay, working your stabilizer muscles in your calves and your feet. And then as you breathe out here, bring the heels back down, arms come back to center. We're going to take a halfway break. I'm going to the bathroom real quick, grab a water, do what you got to do. Resume in about 60 seconds or so. We're gonna do, let's do tree and then let's do royal dancer. We haven't done royal dancer in a while, but we'll do tree first. Let me hit resume. Let's get most of our weight on our left leg. Let's bring the right foot somewhere on the left leg, wherever works for you, whether that's above the knee, below the knee, at the knee. Okay, and then wherever the arms work best for you, that could be at heart center. That could be up top. When Jeff could join, I know he liked to do the Karate Kid, but that worked best for him. Okay, whatever variation works for you. Some people like the navel. Feels like a pretty safe spot. And then we're going to exit in 3, 2, 1. Woo. Okay, shake out that left ankle if you need to. And then let's get the other side. So right foot's on the ground. Bring in the left foot. I'm going to try the navel option for this side. I'm a little unbalanced. Okay. We all know I'm working on my right arch, or lack of. I remember 2 months ago, I couldn't even do this. Yay, progress. Anyhow, continue to balance whatever posture works best for you. And then we'll exit in 3, 2, 1. Okay, shaking out that right ankle. And we're doing royal dancer. We haven't done this one for months. So we're back on the left leg. And then to start it, grab the inside part of the right ankle, the right arm. And then as you kick out your right leg behind you, that left arm is reaching forward. Okay, the trick here is to really kick that back leg in towards the hand. I kind of feel it in my right quad a little bit, of the quad that's up in the air. We're going to exit in 3, 2, 1. Back down. All right, this is the real test for this side. I'm going to get near a wall just in case. But grab the left ankle, kicking that left leg back. Right arm is reaching forward for balance. Ooh. All right, let's exit in 3, 2, 1. Shaking out that right ankle. Let's have a seat. Let's do no more balance stuff. Let's stretch on the ground. Let's do our table to bridge sequence. So let's prop ourselves up into a table. Ooh. Say hello to your shoulders and your biceps here. And definitely the glutes as well. This one never ceases to amaze me in how many things it hits for simply propping yourself up. Okay, give me a nice push with the heels, push the pelvis up towards the ceiling, get every last millimeter. And then control yourself back down. Okay, don't crash. Let's keep the feet where they are. Let's lie down on our backs as we prep to get into bridge. Okay, so let's clasp the fingertips underneath us and roll onto the shoulders. Once again, pushing your pelvis up towards your ceiling, working the hamstrings and the glutes. And think about how the soles of the feet are interacting with your mat, the ground. So the outside part of your foot down to your heel, all the way to the ball of your foot. Okay, give one last push. And then controlling your your back all the way down. Okay, one vertebra at a time. Nice. All right, so let's get our glutes. Let's keep our right foot planted on the mat. Let's get that left ankle on the right quad. And let's grab either the right hamstring or the right shin, depending on how flexible you are. And then as usual, let's do our 3 breaths. So let's breathe in. And as you breathe out, relax the lower half of your body, breathing into the left glute. Okay, number 2, let's breathe in. Let it go. Letting the stretch get even deeper on that left side. And then last time for this side, so let's breathe in. And a nice long exhale. Gently release the right leg. And then let's switch sides. So left foot's planted, right foot is on the, or right ankle's on the left quad. We're grabbing, squeezing the left leg, feeling the stretch in the right glute. And let's repeat those 3 breaths. So let's breathe in through the nose and out to the mouth. Once again, let's breathe in. And then nice long exhale. Okay, that stretch is starting to feel nice and deep on the right glute. And then we're going to do our last breath. So let's breathe in. Okay, nice big birthday kick. Let's blow it out. All right. Let's release the left side. And then we're going to bring both legs back up into the air for happy baby. You know the drill. Arms are the inside parts of the legs, but then you grab the outside parts of your feet and pull your knees in towards your underarms. Okay, pull, 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 pull. And then rock side to side. Notice how that feels for your spine. Okay, we always have this spine section where I do a couple things for it all at once, or rather in sequence, not all at once. Big difference. Okay, give me one last rock to the right, one last rock to the left, and then back to center. And let's bring the legs back down. Ooh. All right, staying on our backs, let me take a drink of water. Here we go, much better. All right, let's hug the right knee in towards our chest, enjoying that little stretch. And let's pull the right leg out to the right, noticing how that stretch goes a little bit deeper into the inner thigh. Ooh, yikes. All right, let's pull the right leg over our body with our left hand. Okay, our right arm is extended out to the right. And we're wringing out our spines. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this feels as good for you as it feels good for me. Okay, letting that right knee and the right hand sink down with each out breath, sinking down towards the floor, looking towards your right. Okay, let's take one deep breath together. Breathing out, letting the stretch get to its deepest point on this side. And then let's bring the right leg back over to center. And then let's hug the left knee in. Ooh. Feeling this little stretch. And then just like the other side, let's grab our left knee with our left hand and pull our left leg out to the left. Letting that inner thigh do its thing. Ugh. All right. Left leg back to center. Grab the outside part of the left knee with the right hand. And let's pull the left leg over. Left arm is stretched out, reaching out towards the left. Okay, continue to breathe. Getting deeper, twisting deeper with each out breath. Okay, and just like the other side, we're gonna take a deep breath in. Nice long breath out. Twisting, twisting, twisting. And then we'll bring the left leg back over and we're gonna sit up and get our hamstrings. Ooh. Ugh. All right. So I'm gonna start with my right leg out in front. We're going to flex the feet. So the right toes are facing the ceiling. You can bring your left heel in. I like to add the arms up top first. And then exhale over the straight right leg. Okay, either grabbing the shins or the toes. Okay, and if you can grab your toes and that feels pretty easy, you can work your way down to your heel, or even take that right hand and grab the outside part of the left hand to outside part of the right foot. If you want to add a side stretch for your left. Okay, now imagine that there's a string from the top of your head towards your right toes and shorten that distance, pulling yourself in. All right, and then sit back up. Let's switch legs. Ooh. All right, so left leg is out in front, right heel is towards the soft tissue, arms are up top, and let's reach over the left side. And just like everything else, with each out breath, see if you can pull yourself in deeper. That left hamstring is starting to feel real loose. It's great. We love it. All right, we're going to come out in 3, 2, 1. All right, keeping the left leg where it's at, let's add the right leg back in. We're going to do both legs together. So you want your quads, knees, shins, heels, ankles, whatever, everything. Arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And then let's reach over both legs, reaching for the toes of the heels. Okay. You might notice you can't reach quite as far when both legs are added. That's all good. We're still feeling that stretch. Okay, let's do 2 deep breaths together. So let's breathe in. And then as you exhale, pull yourself deeper. Feel that stretch even more. That's 1. And then last deep breath here. So let's breathe in. And then as you exhale, pull, 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 reach, 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 reach. All right. And then let's relax. We're going to do pigeon next. So let's resume a push-up position. Okay, I'm going to start with my right leg. So plant the right foot behind the left wrist, dropping both knees down, untuck the back toes. Let's keep that right shin about 90 degrees for the rest of the body. Okay, sitting over that front ankle, finding whatever position works best for you. Okay. I always like to hold this one because this one feels incredible. Okay, don't fall asleep on me anymore. Letting this one go a little bit longer than usual because it feels so good. Okay, no matter which position you're in, I want you to plant both palms in front of you and push yourself up. And let's grab the left foot, pull in the left heel toward your bottom, adding the left quad stretch. Oh my goodness. All right, and then let's release the back leg, planting both palms, returning to a push-up position. And then let's get the left foot behind the right wrist. Both knees are down again, untucking the back toes. And then just settling in, finding that position, that stretch that works best for you. Okay, once again, I said it before, don't fall asleep. Continuing to feel what stretches everything on that left side. Whew. Okay, and then let's plant both palms on the mat, pushing yourself up. Let's grab behind us, pulling in the right quad, or rather pulling in the right heel to feel the right quad. I'm not really sure how we pull in the right quad. All right, let's release that back heel, back foot down. Let's sit on the heels. Get ready to do our closing sequence. So our knees are about as wide as the mat. Let's sit up nice and tall. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, gently reach the arms forward on your mat as we come into child's pose. Okay, take a moment for yourself and think about everything you just did for your body, stretching out from the weekend, getting ready for the coming week, whatever you have to do. Okay, we're going to add a bonus side stretch. So take that left hand and reach it out to the left. And then stack the right hand over your left hand, getting a last bonus side stretch for the right side of your body. All right, let's go back to the neutral position. Forearms on the ground. And let's get the right side. So right hand out to the right. Left hand is now stacked over the right hand. We're feeling this last little stretch for the left side of our body, working its way from our hip up to the fingertips. Okay, back to neutral child's pose. And as you breathe out here, come forward and out of child's pose, and let's rotate onto our backs. Getting ready for corpse pose or shavasana. And then just relax the whole body. You can close your eyes here. Let your arms relax at your sides. Okay, do a body scan. I want you to lie as perfectly still as you can. I know it's hard let's go for 90 seconds. And then we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Right, that was about 90 seconds. I know that probably felt long. You can keep those eyes closed. Reach the arms overhead. Give me a nice morning stretch. Okay, maybe a little groan, a little wiggle side to side. Getting everything out of the way. Now let's roll onto one side and rest your head and face right on your hands. And take a moment for yourself. And whichever hand is on top, plant that palm on the floor. And gently push yourself, returning to the cross-legged position. Ooh. Right. Turning to where we started. So sitting up nice and tall, you can close your eyes here. Okay, plug the crown of the head into the ceiling. And then let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. All right, number 2, let's breathe in. And then let's breathe out with some sound. Oh. Oh. Excuse me, I lost it there. All right, last one. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. Let's bring our hands to heart center. You can repeat after me if you like. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Down to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. Let's return our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friend.